Peace, peace, peace and blessings, everyone. Peace and blessings and shalom. Just want to come in real quick, and I was just thinking, I used to make. Now you can see from my thumbnail, I used to make over 100,000 K a year. I've been out here on these roads, these highways and byways for over 24 years, coming up with 25 years. I used to make over 100,000 as a truck driver, and now I make way less. I make way less now as a truck driver. And I blame it on a few things. I blame it on the oversaturation of truckers, or truck drivers. I blame it on the economy. I blame it on politicians. And as we look at the companies, they want to save a lot more money. And before, I wasn't running on the road a whole lot. I'll maybe take a long run out to Rancho Cucamonga, California, from Gainey, in Conley, Georgia. There's a company I used to work for named Gainey, and it was years ago, probably about maybe between 12 to 15 years ago. I used to work for this company, and now, I've been all over with different outfits, different companies, doing various things: flatbed, reefer, step deck, low boy, oversized loads. Oh man, containers. I did a lot of things, and the money was good. We didn't used to have to run no ELDs. We didn't, we was all loose leaf. For those who know what loose leafs are, we used to run loose leafs, and the money was good. I was bringing in easily, after fuel and everything, I was still bringing about 5 G's, 5,000 a week. On a bad day, I may bring in 3. A bad week, I may bring in 3. Now it seems like that you got to work almost 2 jobs. So you got to be a truck driver, be home on the weekend, and go get a part-time job. That's how it became, and how it looked like out here now, because you have so many politicians, so many people in your pocket, and you pay everybody out. Before you can even get paid. You gotta pay everybody out. And that's not cool. When you out here taking the risk, of different elements. Like right now, I'm out here in this snowstorm, and I've been sitting here for 2 days, maybe 2.5 days. I got here Friday night. And it's Sunday. Shoot. And I'm gonna try to leave out maybe tomorrow morning. Depending if the snow let up and went eastbound, because I gotta head east. What that's looking like, So we'll see about that. But as far as this money out here, okay. I was doing pretty well. Doing pretty good. I was making almost more than those with a degree. Those with a degree. A higher degree at that, probably a master's degree. And some maybe is, a PhD, a doctor. I was up there on that level, and only had to go to school for a few weeks. And that's the opportunity in which we all have we all have and have the capabilities of achieving these things. So now I make way less, way less now. I say in about $60,000, a year, and that's probably stretching it. Because people still got their hands in your pockets. Still, at the end of the day, you have you got to pay the broker, you got to pay the shipper, you got to pay. Well, you got to pay the shipper, but you got to pay the broker. You got to pay those if you have your own MC number, DOT number, or whatnot. You can run an authority. You can run underneath someone else's authority. So people got their hands in your pocket still. So at the end of the day, it's way less than what I used to make. $100,000, live comfortable. I didn't have to run as hard. The freight was plenty. Now the freight is not as plentiful as it was. So now, it's hard. Like I said, you almost got to find 2 jobs. And it's mainly impossible in order for someone to have 2 trucking jobs, because one is going to keep you busy enough, because there's not enough time in the day that you can go and jump in another truck and drive another. That's unrealistic, So there's a lot of people struggling, and the thing is, I want to actually get up out this truck, and I planned on making my escape route, to get up out this truck eventually. But as I was saying, I used to run from Conley, Georgia to Rancho Cucamonga. That was over 3,000 miles. Turn back around, drop that load down there in California, and pick up another load at the yard. Head back to Conley. I'll be back home by Thursday night. That was running. That's how we used to do it back in the days. Like I said, I've been out here 25 years, coming up for 25 years, and that's how we used to roll. The money was good, loads was good. It wasn't oversaturated with trucks nor brokers that was greedy brokers that had their hands in your pocket constantly, that get about 30% of the load when they just sitting there in their PJs or whatnot, drinking some latte or sipping some wine or a cigar or what have you, out and about, moving and still booking loads. Hey, but I don't knock them, but I can't respect it when you being greedy. Understand that you're booking the loads. Understand that there's different things that you had to invest in or whatnot. But hey, at least take 10%, because one thing with a broker, they was able to book many different loads with different drivers. You know what I mean? So you say 10%, the minimum, off of 1,000, which a lot of these loads pay more than 1,000, maybe $2,000-$3,000 that these loads pay. Some pay even higher than that. But you're getting 10% off of it. Just say 10. These loads paying 1,000, you get 100. You get 10 trucks underneath you. You see what I'm saying? That's $1,000 in 2 days. Because it's going to take the driver normally 2 days to get to their destination. They pick a load up one day, and tomorrow they'll deliver it. If they got to go out a little further, it's a little more money. We're just going to keep it basic. So they get $1,000 in 2 days. You see what I'm saying? So that's in 2 days. They ain't even a week. So they easily making about $5,000-$6,000 a week. That's why these brokers be calling you all the time. But guess what? Drivers was making good money. The fuel wasn't high. Now I'm looking at the fuel, $3.60, $3.70. You know, it fluctuates for diesel, $2.76 for regular gas. That took a lot of drivers out as being owner operators. Took a lot of companies out for being owner for operating. A lot of companies, they went as company drivers. They wasn't even taking in, owner operator, because sometimes it's a lot of liability that's involved in that. So then on top of it, insurance rates skyrocketed, and still skyrocketing to this day. So you got the fuel, you got insurance, you got maintenance, you got parts that you have to get for these trucks, and it's not cheap to get parts for these trucks. And the way that these trucks are made now is so cheaply made and designed. They are designed to break down. They are made to be, to break down. So you can go to the shop. And if you don't got a backup plan, or like another truck or something, then you sitting down till the repairs is done. And a lot of times, shops you got to take it to, you're gonna be sitting waiting in that shop for a few days or so, maybe a week, maybe 2, depends on what you got going on with the truck. Then you maybe have to go rent a truck from Penske or Ryder. And that may run you for about $6,000, because you're gonna have to pay for the mileage for the truck. You're gonna have to pay monthly for the truck, and you're gonna have to pay rental for the trailer. Yes, granted everything's paid for, as far as maintenance wise, but you're looking about $6,000-$7,000 coming out of your pocket, or maybe more, or maybe a little less. I've never done it. But I was with companies, when their truck broke down, I had to go pick these rental trucks up. I had to go pick them up. So that's some of the things that cause a lot of owner operators, in which at the time I was an owner operator. I've been an owner operator 2 times. And now I'm currently a company driver, and I will talk about that in another video. Right now, I'm talking about the fact of making this money. I went from 100,000 plus a year to about 60,000 a year, and I'm pushing that 60. Like I said, it's probably around 50 something, 55, something like that. It dropped dramatically. So it's almost pushing a lot of old school drivers out like myself to become either company drivers or finding a whole different career. Then you may have to work 2 jobs in order to maintain your bills and expenses as it was, or just got to downsize tremendously. 100,000. With 100,000, I was able to take care of that time. In that season, I was able to take care of a lot of people in my family. Outside of my immediate family, I was living very comfortable. Not working so hard, not stressing a lot. But one thing, when you get over here, you think you're gonna make a lot of money, and you can make some good amount of money, but a lot of money, I don't know what your lot may look like, but you could make a decent amount of money. But you also have to prioritize how you spend your money. You mainly want to, my suggestion is utilize the money that you make, and just don't be out here spending the money willy-nilly or frivolously. Do the things that you need. Get the things that you need, not so much of the things that you want. Yeah, you can get a little bit of things that you want, but don't go overboard, because if you are the owner operator, that's really how you're going to make a decent amount of money, because you're not going to be making a whole lot of money as a company driver, especially you coming into the game with no experience at all. It ain't like on YouTube, you know, which you don't have a lot of subscribers, you ain't put a lot of work in, you just use the magic formula in order to gain the subscribers and the watch hours, and you only be on YouTube for a few months, maybe a year. But those out here putting in work for years, 10, 15, 20 years, you know, just now being monetized, getting the subscribers, you know what I'm saying, without no secret recipe. So it ain't like that. We're talking about real life experiences. Ain't nothing fictitious. Ain't no easy route about it. You know, you got to put in the work out here in these streets, because just not anybody going to put you in a vehicle and send you on your way, you know, to go pick up a load without testing you and see if you're ready for the next mission, for the next load, for the next, you know, the next catapult in your life. Or, you know, in this trucking industry, this trucking world, you have to put in the work. I put in the work. I got over 2 million miles under my belt. Over 2 million miles. You understand that? Can you hear me clearly? Over 2 million miles under my belt. I've been out here 25 years. I go by the off-grid trucker. I'm out here on these highways and byways. And if you like what you hear, hit the like button. If you don't like what you hear, leave a message in the comment section. You know, I accept them all, good or bad. That's how I get out. So the money ain't in here like it used to be. There's a lot of companies that's going belly up. A lot of truck drivers, which independent companies, you know, they going belly up. You getting out here, you leasing and renting these big old fancy trucks, the new 2023s and 22s and whatnot. They trash. A lot of them are trash. You understand? They look good on the outside, but the external parts, the engine, motor, def and all that stuff, trash. You're going to be in the shop. You're going to max out your credit cards. Get your older truck if that's the way you're going to go. Get your nice used trailer if that's where you're going to go. Have a mechanic that's on your team that can go check this stuff out with you. Get under somebody else, MC, DOT. Get under them, pay them a percentage. Get your foot wet in the door first. Then you go out there and get your own. Get something nicer. You use your equipment, the used one, to go get something better. Then something messed up with the new one that you got, you always, and put that in the shop, you still moving because you got something, you got your backup. You see what I'm saying? That's how you get big money. But if you want to get out here because you got a couple dollars in your pocket and you want to go get this fancy truck, this nice trailer, you know what I mean, whether you flatbed, tanker, whatever you're going to get, because you want to look good out here on these streets, you got somebody with an older truck, older setup, truck and trailer, that's going to do the same thing as the newer truck and trailer going to do. Same thing. Y'all can get there the same time. Only difference is you gonna look nice out there. But guess what? You got a payment. You got a note on that truck and trailer. This one over here, he don't got none. He gonna keep more money in his pocket than you are. Because you want to look cute. You want to look good. You want to look nice riding up down these dirty holy highways and byways, potholes all in that have never been fixed. I don't know what they doing out there, but that's gonna do with your maintenance account. Your maintenance account gonna have to be right as well. That's how you're gonna make the big money. That's how you're gonna make 100,000 plus. Like I said, I used to make that. I was making that. I don't make that no more. I could make it if the price is right, if the economy was better, if the freights was good, if the brokers wasn't all in your pockets. You had good lanes to go in to choose these loads. You can make some good money. It's not out there no more. That was a time. That's almost like the time of the past. That was almost the time of the past. Everybody trying to become a truck driver. Everybody want to be a truck driver to make content. They ain't really got no love for trucking. Not like they used to. They don't even honor other drivers out here on these highways and byways. So the money is here. You got to work. You got to put in that work. Are you willing to put in that work? Are you willing to do what you need to do in order to make that money? Make 100,000 plus. I did it once upon a time. You can do it too. But are you willing to put in that work? Are you willing to sacrifice time? Because you got to put a lot of time out here on these highways and byways to make that 100,000, that 100K. It's going to look good bringing in 5 bands plus a week. It looked good when I had it. I ain't making that no more. Do what you gotta do. Think. Use your head. If you need some more advice, I'm here for you. I'm the off-grid trucker. Don't forget, like, share, subscribe. Do all that goodness so the algorithm can pick up. Right? Share it so people know that we speaking truth and facts over here. So you want to be part of the tribe, like, share, and subscribe. Till next time, Off-Grid Trucker. I love y'all. Be safe on them highways and byways. Till next time, peace, love, shalom.